So, there have been a lot of changes that have happened since the last time I did one of these sobriety vlogs, and they've changed me. They've changed my life, and they've changed almost everything about the way I'm living and the way the things I'm doing right now. A lot of changes. Finally, I have my sound foam. My acoustic foam is finally up. It's arrived and it's finally here. Well, I still have to do the ceiling. The carpet, the old carpet that I used to have. Sorry about the hand there. Old carpet that I used to have on the walls as sound dampening is now going to be. That's what I'm going to put on the ceiling. But outside of that, finally it's up, and I'm happy about this. I really am, because this means I can move forward now. I've been waiting so much after the move that to get this studio kind of going and back up and start building it again. And most of the stuff has just been sitting in boxes and waiting around because the foam, this had to be first. All this foam had to go up first. And now it's finally up. It's finally up. Oh boy, it was a pain in the ass putting it all up, but I put it up. And yeah, things move forward from here. The studio going forward, it's going to be amazing. I've already got it all planned out. I'm going to make a console, like just custom. I'm going to build it. I already have most of the equipment I need for it, but there are a few other things that I have to order. And outside of that, yeah, I am ready for this place to be functional. And I already, look at this. It's this wall over here. Look, you notice this wall. You notice how if you stand back here, it's just this whole wall with nothing but sound foam behind it. My goodness, that looks like a place where a person could possibly stand in front of a camera and make a lot of rants, doesn't it? Well, that's exactly what it's for. I am drooling to make more rants. I am just chomping at the bit to make more rants. There've been so many things that I've been wanting to talk about and wanting to do, and there's a new show that's coming out, and there's feeling really good. Feeling really good right now, because after everything that's been going on, the move, the health problems, and then finally getting to this point where I feel like after all of the turmoil, which was just something that, in life you just have to knuckle down and say, okay, I've got to go through this even though I don't want to, but I have to go through it. After months of that, it finally feels like I'm at a starting place. This is the beginning. And I'm ready to move forward from here. I'm ready to move forward. This is the beginning. A lot of you guys out there have been asking me to do another vlog to follow up on the vlogs, because they just kind of ended with that last shot. And yeah, I agree. There needs to be some follow up here. You guys need to know how things have gone in my life, and it hasn't always been easy. One of the first things I found out was, after I quit, it was difficult, but I did manage to, it all stopped. I didn't drink anything. And the first thing I noticed was that at first I thought that quitting was causing health problems with me.
But that wasn't it. What it turned out to be is that alcohol is a really good anesthetic. And while you're drinking, especially as much as I was, that can cover up problems that you're having anyway. And so I wound up discovering after I quit that I had a few health problems I had a few things that were wrong with my body that I wasn't noticing. I wasn't, because I couldn't feel it. I wasn't noticing the scope of the problems. I did notice that I had, my hip was a bit sore now and then after I quit drinking, and that anesthetic effect wore off. It became far more severe to the point I couldn't walk anymore. I had to go to the doctor, and I found out that I've had bursitis for a long time. That's a condition you can get in any of your joints, and I've had it in my hip. I've had that for a long time, apparently, but I didn't really notice the scope of it because I was always drunk. And so now it's a problem that I'm dealing with it right now. But that's going better. People have been asking if my permanent blindness has come back or has stopped. No, that's why it's permanent. The blind spot that opened up in my eye is permanent. I will have it until I die. It hasn't gone away, and it won't. So that was a casualty. It was a casualty and part of the cost of quitting alcohol, and I think it was worth it. So after the vlog left off for 4 months, actually a bit more than 4 months, I did not touch 1 drop of alcohol at all. And you guys know, because I said this from the very beginning, the point was not for me to become a teetotaler and never touch a drop of booze for the rest of my life. I wanted to just get back to normal, responsible alcohol use sometimes here and there. And you guys remember I had all this criticism, sometimes you can't quit, you can't do it on your own, don't even try, how dare you think you can quit, you can't do it. Well, I did it, eat my shit. But on the other side, along with that, there was also this criticism of you can't be a normal person. I got this one a lot too. It's like you can't be a normal person. There's no way. You have to stop touching booze forever and ever and ever, and you can never have another drop. If you have one more drop ever in your life, then you will slide right back down the hill, and the next day you're going to be drinking everything all the time again, and you either have to be drinking all the time and be a complete slimy drunk, or you have to never touch any booze again. I don't accept that. I don't accept that I can't be just a normal person. I don't accept that. And after about 4 months of not touching a drop of alcohol, I started, now and then, if I went out to a restaurant, I would have a beer with my meal. Okay. And by the way, you can confirm all this with my new roommate, by the way, he's kept a very close eye on me, and he can vouch for me on this. Now and then I would have a beer, maybe 2. When I would go out to eat somewhere, or, just sometimes if I was watching a movie and it was late at night and I was about to wind down, then I'd have a beer. And this has not been frequent. It's not been frequent at all. I think, it's been maybe, I'll be honest, about a total of between 2 and 3 beers a week. I've been having. Sometimes I'll go a week or 2 weeks without having any of it at all, and then 1 week I'll have I'll have like 2 or 3 beers with some of the meals that I'm eating. But I'm not doing what I was doing. I'm not being an alcoholic. I'm not constantly being drunk. I'm not constantly stuffing vodka down my face. And I won't, I've set a limit for myself. There will be no hard alcohol for me at all until the new year. And even then, I'm kind of afraid. I may not even do it then. For the first time in nearly half a year, I decided to get drunk. about a week and a half ago. Because I thought, it's been a half a year. I don't want to never be drunk again. I just don't want to be drunk all the time. I don't want to drink so much that it's killing me. And normal people get drunk sometimes. And I'd had a hard week and I'd done a lot of work. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to get drunk. So I did. It took me a whopping 4 beers. 4 beers to get, and they weren't even beers. They were cider. They were 4 apple ciders. It took me to get drunk. And the next morning when I woke up, it was amazing because I was wrecked the next morning. I had a headache. I felt like crap. I was nauseous. It felt like my liver had jumped out of my ass, robbed a convenience store overnight, gotten high, and then scooted back in my ass before I woke up. I didn't. It took me half a day to get back to my normal, self, somewhat normal. And it occurred to me, it was really weird. It occurred to me that that's what I used to feel like all the time. And I was so used to it that I didn't even notice. I was working like that. I was somehow functioning like that. And I don't know how I did it. I honestly don't know how I pulled that off, because now after experiencing just, a small fraction of what I used to drink, waking up in the morning and feeling, I'm sure even just slight bit the way I used to all the time, I was like, it just blew my mind. I really don't think that I ever want to go back to that. It's not a case of, I want to drink all the time, but I don't, I just stop myself. It's not really a case of that anymore. I can't imagine being like that again. I don't want to be like that again. No, never again. So the good news is that everything is going well. I'm feeling better than I have in years. I'm able to think again. I have energy again. I'm able to do things. I'm able to live life again. It's so amazing how crippled you become when you are an alcoholic to the extent that I was. It's hard. It's a struggle to do anything, even just stay awake long enough to get anything, done during the day. It's just anything at all. The only thing you really care about or really wind up, doing is just, going out to get your next, couple, 2, 3, 4 bottles of booze to last you the next week. And that's really all you can manage to do, because everything else is just too much effort. You just, that's all your energy right there. And that's all over. It's over now. And I'm right where I want to be. I am perfectly right where I want to be. This, the reason that I left the vlog off was because there was really nothing else to say other than, well, there it is. I did it. However, more good news, at least I hope it's good news. From now on, I'm going to continue to vlog periodically on the channel. And it may not be about alcoholism. It may not be about, quitting or my health problems or anything like that. But I do want on the channel occasionally for there to be a personal vlog from me about what's going on in my life and things that are happening, and just to share it with you guys. So we can continue this on from there, and you guys can see, what I'm doing in my life and how things are going along. So I'm gonna continue the vlog from now on, probably under a different name. I don't think I'll call it Finding Sobriety anymore. But yeah, it will continue. And for those of you out there who were worried about me, who were concerned for me, thank you. I can't thank you enough for you know, the fact that you were concerned about me, you were worried, you wanted to keep on top of it. For all of you who encouraged me, for all of you, hundreds and hundreds of you who were telling me, you know, don't give up, keep going, you can do this. Screw the people who say you can't do it, you can do it. Thank you. And again, you guys remember how this whole thing started was with me making a promise to you guys that I would quit. And that promise was what held me to it. I had to promise you guys because I knew if I just promised myself, I wouldn't keep that promise to me. But I knew I'd keep it to you. So that's why I promised it. It wouldn't have happened without you. Without all you guys out there, I couldn't have done it. And now I'm free. I'm free of it now. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. So, yeah, stay tuned, I guess, because there will be more vlogs, and of course there's going to be more material on the channel, but I'll be popping in now and then to say hello and just give you a vlog on my thoughts on things that are going on and to let you know what's going on in my life. And so, yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye to finding sobriety specifically, because at this point, unless I start, unless I become a heroin addict or start smoking meth, I don't think there's nothing left for me on a sobriety video to vlog, really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this journey. I'm glad that you came on it with me, and I hope that if there's ever point in the future, any point in the future where somebody else needs encouragement, where somebody else is trying to, get their life in order, get themselves off of a substance or an addiction that is harmful to them, I want them to be able to see this series and understand that they can do it. It can be done. It's not easy. It's torturous. But if you motivate yourself the right way and you have enough willpower, you can do it. It can be done. And that would be the words that I would leave for anyone who is in that position. You can do it. Yeah. So, guys, I will see you again in a future vlog. And take care.